your stars, dealing all of that damage from your passive.
Lyric, you may see it, but you rarely get to cast it.
I was going to say, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, Hysterix does not cast a lot of WE.
Well, now it's all about to change because fans. It's a hotel room. Okay, well, I thought they'd throw in Cat there, who is actually on the Chinese broadcast as we flip onto Summoner's Rift, folks. I apologize if I'm too overly excited for an Aurelion Sol. However, this is, again, his pocket pick, and WE have the momentum in the series. The 8th seed has run into the quarterfinal top Esports with momentum in their side. As 369 is engaged upon. We're in an early game where the Jace at 50 seconds is going to have to back away. WE already starting to punch first here and ask some questions later.
I love this from WE. Of course, Olaf is a strong level 1 champion, but so is Set as well, coming from that passive with your right hand punches. Of course, Set's auto attacks do alternate hands.
Right hand punches, yeah, okay, I'm with you. I will say though, 369 backing won't mean too much in the end. Didn't have to burn a summoner, can just walk back to lane. But it means a deep ward is easily enabled here by Morgan towards the blue side. And there he is on your screen. The dragon with 3 fireballs spinning around him. And for anyone that hasn't watched LPL, Teach 'em Up always takes Electrocute here. Always on this Aurelion Sol mid. Just the standard here.
Yep. Ever since the mini rework, it is the way most Aurelion Sols go. They don't take the phase rush anymore. You do get some movement speed added to your W once the stars recline. And also very easy to proc the Electrocute with how fast your stars spin now.
No other rune choices that are different across the Rift, as you can see. Pretty much standard here. But note that Jackie Love will be going for the lethality Varus here alongside Knight. So not only is Knight going to be doing the burst, Jackie Love to follow up. This has been a combo we've seen a bit.
Yep, it looks great. It is the way that TS have set up their composition. We said that 369 ideally wants to be in the side lane, push out first. The rest of TS setting up Vision as a unit and then trying to poke out WE while they're in Fog of War or, under their turrets.
Getting a closer look at Teach 'em Up here, but also closer look at the trade. Knight's just going to walk against him here. Nice little Star Surge to trade back from Teach 'em Up. Also note that he has the Time Warp tonic, so it's going to be nice and healthy here with Corrupting Potion.
Going to take the Relentless Hunter for the movement speed and Minion Dematerializer to more easily clear out those caster minions later on.
As trading continues here in the mid lane. FPX, I know that has to be about the skins. They've just come out. Did you see them? Did you see the FPX skins? They look pretty good.
Who hasn't seen the FPX skins?
I don't know. If you've been hiding under a rock, I don't know what you do in your pastime.
We cast LPL. How would we not see the skins?
Yeah, what pastime? That's a good joke. Well, if we talk about winning lane though for top esports to bring him back into the game, you can see already 369, even after getting bullied out pre the 1 minute mark, has walked back and is still getting the shove here against Morgan with a massive wave yet to come, and Morgan just has to absorb this. That's good face breaker into the turret. Beisheng, however, going to be spotted out, but I think it might be a little bit too late. He's walking up and Beisheng decides not to go for the play. Instead of just go back and clear this ward.
Ooh, but Beisheng staying around.
Knight has to shove in this lane.
What is 369 doing?
I mean, he wants to kill this jungler. Does he have the damage? He's going to go for the full engagement. Beisheng low means he's going to start whooping out some as well. Walk away with the undertow thrown out.
Beisheng just going to stay around. Nope, going to go for the recall. If he had camps around, he would just be able to heal that back up with his W, but he doesn't, so going to recall, probably head to the bottom side of the map. 369, though, not having any mana. And when we go back to winning lanes, which is what you last talked about, we do expect 369 to have pressure in this top side. Especially once Knight hits 6, he will have some kill pressure in the mid lane with Karsa hovering.
Towards mid. Karsa is now hovering towards Knight. Teach 'em Up in a bit of a pickle. Sonic Wave connects. Heal is burnt. He still has flash. He's waiting for it. In front of him, it's the Star Surge. Karsa is feeling the universe with first blood over to Aurelion Sol.
Karsa misplaying, flashing a bit too late, and Teach 'em Up playing it so well. Once again, showing us why this is his signature pick.
The dive was there. Karsa used flash for the cripple off of the Iron Tempest. And oh no, big early start here as Beisheng now towards the bottom lane, eaten up Is Yuan jumping? He gets hooked on in by Missing. Flashes away. The Ignite down, and you can see why Missing's champion is this Thresh.
Doing so well, finding that flay onto Yuyanja and Beishang, saying, hey, great job, Teacherma, holding on in the mid lane, opening up an avenue for Beishang to find a way into the bot lane.
Watch this one again.
Yep, and we see Teacherma trying to quickly push out the wave. He does get the Sonic Wave ease, and then he flashed after he'd already hit the Q, so Teacherma doing quite well.
And now, Castle wants a bit of revenge. Raptors not helping out here as Castle waiting for the Sonic Wave. Will it connect? Dodging away is Teacherma. And Castle not going to be landing that one either. So Teacherma starting to get bullied by this Lee Sin. But he killed him before. So that's going to make that 10 CS a bit irrelevant now in the mid lane.
Yep, Teacherma will be able to catch this wave with Beishang and Missing hovering.
Beishang has a bit more health. And remember, this Olaf might not be level 5, but still has the smite about to come up as Missing is a bit of a bro himself, right? I like that Joe called this the bro comp.
But we do see that Knight on this Syndra is going to have a lot of pressure in this 1v1, winning out so much in the CS department, 369 as well.
Bit off a tower plating. Beishang is coming towards top side. A Jace level 6 doesn't mean too much, and Morgan's going to be able to absorb this. He has the showstopper, the flash away after smacking him back, and now no summoner for this top side.
And with the last exchange we saw in the mid lane, I didn't see how Karsa ended up with choosing to farm his Raptors, but we really need to see him set up vision and continuously path towards his top side for 369 to be able to bully this matchup and get all the plates that he needs.
That's why you can see things like Control Ward, Scuttlecrab spawning as well, to deny that for top esports.
But for top, the name of the game is all about top and mid lane right now.
Yep.
It's the solo lane show, which has what it's been about all split with Jackie Love. Maybe we thought that would change a bit, but nope, it's still all about enabling 369 and Knight to do well.
Did you like my Divine 3 lyric? Because really, if people look at top esports, they go, oh my god, this roster has Carson, Knight, and Jackie Love. They won't know 369 because it was his debut year last year, but 369, another top-tier top laner who was kind of building his brand in the LPL. Carson, of course, you remember from MSI 2018, who won with RNG. Jackie Love, who 2018 World Champion, 2019 finalist. Is okay. 369 again. He has no summoners. Looks for the all-in engage, but the showstopper with the haymaker. And that's all he wrote. This top lane is going down.
Yeah, and 369 walking forward when that wave was pushing up to him. And once again, Karsa nowhere to be found. You would think, especially right now, he could just head towards that dragon and at least find something on the map, but still just farming his Krugs.
Beishang really been active in these two games.
Yeah, he's finding ganks everywhere. He's been covering mid constantly. And again, when top esports are the one who draft these early winning lanes and you expect to see Karsa play around them heavily, no, it's Beishang getting there first and really punishing the pushes coming out from 369 at night.
Because if we get to this late game, is it just going to be WE dominant? Are we going to look towards WE just being able to control fights with this Aurelion Sol? Missing, I'm not sure about that one, but does walk to try and suffer, or rather make Karsa suffer. But back to my question here, Lyric.
If TS aren't ahead, I don't really see them having a way to play out this game. Their comp needs to be able to push, get vision. They are very squishy. Their damage
here he comes, though. I'm going to have to pause you. Excuse me for the interruption. Never mind. Would you like to finish that point?
It's okay. We had some potential action, but for the damage on the side of TS, it doesn't scale very well. Of course, Lethal Ivaris not going to get much bigger after the 2-3 item mark. Same with 369 on this Jace. Misfortune's going to hit like a truck in the late game. You have a pretty good front line coming out from both Morgan and Beishang. So yeah, when it comes to team fights in the late game, WE should win out. TS need to get an early game advantage.
At the moment, they don't have that at all. 500 gold lead here for WE. Even though that roam down the bottom side doesn't work out, pressure being applied across the map here. As Knight manages to find his blue buff, pulls in Teacherma once again with the Dark Passage. But now with this priority, they're heading up towards this Herald. Jomung and Missing both move.
Yeah, but we don't see TS even wanting to contest this. They're just going to take plates in the bottom side, but still, WE are going to lose out on experience. And unless W can make some kind of big play with this, it doesn't hurt you too much as TS.
Okay.
Never mind, they're going to be able to find this top lane turret immediately with 369 already getting chunked.
He's getting bullied again in another game. The flash forward. They don't find the undertow, but the death sentence lands onto 369. Played back onto Beishang. The trade comes first here from Top Esports as the bullet time used to get the final kill. The destruction here still coming through for WE. Is Morgan now going to die? Everyone obliterated. Top with their first big trade.
And something we completely missed, TS having that double TP available, so just following up on that dive and, again, picking up some much-needed kills.
Top Esports now with a gold lead. You talked about getting ahead in this early game. They've finally got something to work with here. With all that attention, WE have been playing towards the top side.
And now Jackie Love once again picking up waves while Jomung isn't. Here we see them go for the dive. Actually, Beishang's flash was pretty confusing. They aren't able to find the damage with Karsa hovering. We see both Jackie Love and Knight TPing in, landing the CC to also delete Jomung. Morgan then left in a really awkward position, and TS cleaning him up as well.
Kills going over to the mid lane to 80 Carry, who picks up one there, and Jackie Love. Also note that we saw Jackie Love up in this top side, but now has moved back towards bottom with his Tahm Kench. Teachama a bit too far forward. Unleashed power not available, but heal burnt by Teachama. That's a mistake here out of the Aurelion Sol, who is actually almost 30, 40 CS behind.
Yeah, so Knight has done a very good job at least abusing this matchup. We haven't seen Teachama find really any avenues into the side lanes other than that one time where no kill happened, so hasn't been too successful on this Aurelion Sol, but it doesn't matter when Beishang's been consistently finding ganks in both side lanes.
Also note that with that kill now, with that CS difference, means that Knight is definitely going to be firmly ahead, as Riptail going to be dropped in the top lane here. For Top Esports, the response across the map, right now, not much.
And I feel like Karsa has really misread the map pretty poorly this game, not giving any support to 369. You actually don't have any option to really play around the bottom half of the map. 369, not going to be a strong side lane threat going into the mid stages of the game.
Between two item builds right now, as a pickaxe has the Phage as well, so it looks like we're going to see Black Cleaver on this chase.
Again, not sure. It looked like he was going towards that early Manamune, but then at the last second decided not to after having some attention paid to his lane from Beishang.
Could be the Edge of Night that comes through in the end. 369 pivots towards that path.
And right now, WE feel fine. Yu Yanja does not have that ultimate up on Tahm Kench, so not going to be able to make any plays towards the mid lane with that. We've seen Karsa has not been able to find an impact in the top side of the map, so Morgan feeling really good in this 1v1 matchup, and that's going to be all about can they open up the Aurelion Sol to start moving. But if you're WE, you actually feel fine just waiting for the next dragon to spawn as well.
Okay. 35 seconds till that comes up. Top Esports with a slight gold lead, still an advantage. So around this dragon, I guess we'll see the lethality out of Jackie Love, which already in lane, it started hurting missing. Knight as well, the level 10 Syndra, who has the Luden's Echo, is going to be quite large and in charge too, as Chains of Corruption, lethality dead. Taste my tongue, says Yu Yanja.
Great pick coming out from Jackie Love. He's really the member. Him and Knight right now need to start doing the heavy lifting with 369 falling behind and Karsa not having an impact.
Good scout of the week onto Beishang. Can't follow the engage from Teachama. Knight just continues pushing here. Dragon now up, and easy set, easy done here for Top Esports.
I love... See, now, we talked about IG early on as a comparison. This is a very IGS playstyle where your jungler doesn't actually influence your lanes at all, and they just straight up win their 2v2s and 1v1s and take turrets.
Well, bullet time used to clear the way. Meanwhile, Morgan will pick up the first turret, though, while Dragon goes down, but a couple more waves, and Jackie Love, Yu and Joe will do the same. Even Knight in the mid lane here. Unleashed power available. Teachama getting zoned out.
And this is so massive from Knight this game, keeping Teachama under his turret. Not able to get those fights in the bottom half of the map they'd like, pretty much relegating Beishang to continuously punishing 369.
Haven't seen anything out of Teachama, bar that first blood. Top Esports get a turret towards the bottom side. That's pretty big here for Jackie Love. So, welcome to Top Esports' early gold lead at 14 minutes.
And we do actually see 369 going for the tier, so he's going to go towards that Manamune, but going to be very behind on getting that stacked up into a Mira Mana.
Watching a replay here in the bottom left, 369 actually had to flash away. By the way, Missing just took that blue buff. I'm sure Teachama very upset about that one.
Still, though, actually TS not in as bad of a position as we thought, just from the fact of Jackie Love and Knight winning their lane straight up, picking up that bot lane turret, going to be able to push the mid lane turret down, even just putting 3 or 4 members in that lane. And we see 1,600 gold.
I mean, again, JackeyLove and Knight in the position to carry, right? Game 1, they were so fed, but WE seemed to have their number from the mid-game onwards, so we need to see more conclusive play as JackeyLove has now rotated to the mid lane. 3 people here, actually Knight sticking around. They really want this outer turret.
Like we already said, they can just move 3 or 4 members over. Going to be very easy for them to take this.
Yep.
Now it's going to be all about transitioning this into vision for River. No objective up yet, but we do expect to see Rift Herald up soon. 369 though, sadly, just going to continuously suffer in that bot lane.
He's like, oh, right now, I got the mana immuno. May as well stack this one up. He's been suffering both games, right? There's been a lot of focus from WE on 369 here in this series.
Which is extremely different to the WE we saw in the regular season, which just left Morgan on an island, played heavily towards the bottom half of the map, but still worked out for them in game 1. But TS have the lead that they need. They're going to be able to get this Herald, and they're making their way to just stacking 4 dragons.
I mean, on top of that, Knight in the top lane is going to get this turret as well. And there's no way Teacher Mark can go anywhere near because they don't have vision of Castle right now, or rather they know he's a Rift Herald nearby. WE are like, we'll make the trade, trying to keep gold at a relevant point so that they can outscale this team, but we're so far away from that with top esports pushing forward.
And yeah, they're just doing so well. This looks very similar to the last mid-game, though, where TS do such a good job of just controlling pressure in all 3 lanes.
There's going to be a capture here, though. Jomong, oh, is he dead? No, he'll flash away just in time, but Knight is pushing this one. And top esports, this is so fast.
It's a bit of a base race because look in the bottom side, they were able to take that inner turret, but of course TS have the Rift Herald, so they're going to be able to threaten an inhibitor right now.
Inhibitor turret is just going to go down here as well. WE are back, but not in time. Teleport for the flank. It's Morgan. Showstopper available. Tahm Kench there. They don't know he's here. Ultimate, not going to come through first. Morgan onto the back line here. 369 is the target, but no one from WE here just yet. Haymaker being saved. Voice of Light gets the slow from the Aurelion Soul, but Morgan still on an island with that Scout of the Week from Knight. Line him up, take him down. Top esports are left only with an angry Olaf, but is that enough to stop them? No way! Knight says that's the end of the play.
And Knight and JackeyLove playing so well in this fight. Again, they completely abuse the opponents on the opposite side of the lane, getting ahead and now finding these advantages for TES.
Knight Syndra, another level, man. Another level. Top esports with a massive lead now. At 3.5K and then some. At 17 minutes is something that's going to be hard to come back from.
TES drafted this comp that needs to be ahead. They have the Lethality Varus, they have things like the Syndra and the Jace. Here, Morgan trying to find the flank, but the rest of WE not close enough to follow. And once again, just like game 1, having no real consistent engage, just having to run forward. TS doing a great job kiting back. Look at Knight doing so much with that Scout of the Week. Karsa finding a way in there as well, kicking Jomong into the rest of his team. Doesn't matter if he goes down in the end. And then, ooh, Bayshot so aggressive with that flash, but it doesn't matter. Look at Knight cleaning up the rest of the fight.
Bayshot now actually might be caught out here. Power is there. Yuan just spits him back. Dark Passage can't be taken. And Chains of Corruption on the missing. He's just going to die as well. 2 more kills. Top esports are taking this one under their reins.
And the really interesting thing is, once again, even looking at the side of WE, both compositions kind of need to be ahead in the sense that when you don't have reliable engage, right, you either need to rely on missing hitting a hook like you did in game 1, or you need to be able to bait the enemy into you. When you're behind, you have no way of baiting the enemy into you. They dictate where they go on the map.
And the Aurelion Soul falls to the wayside here, with Knight more successful in the mid lane. Another turret's going to go down. Almost 7,000 gold. Castle also setting up the Cloud Soul. Bullet time used to clear the way, but another one almost there as well. Teachima in a flanking position with Morgan. Rock Dragon goes down. 369 spotted down here. Can WE find anything? Even then, it looks difficult.
At this point, it's so hard to walk into an area that TS controls. You're walking in blind. They have so much vision control. You're going to get hit by things like the piercing arrows and the Qs coming out from Jace. There we do see how they did get those picks in the jungle. Just great play coming out from TES. Some missteps from WE.
Let's come back to this because we were harping on at the start of this show about how top esports dictate the early game. it looked troublesome with that dive from Caster in the mid lane. It looked like WE could stall this out. But now finally we get the taste of top esports that we were setting up earlier today.
Well, and that dive was pretty bad coming out from Karsa, but it doesn't actually change the dynamic of the matchup. Aurelion Sol will never have solo pressure against the Syndra, again, especially after that level 6 point when Syndra does have the ultimate available to her, and we were never able to see Beishang actually get into the mid lane himself, which would have been really massive to start this snowball with Teacher Mom moving around the map, instead putting all of his focus into the top side. And again, overall, it worked out well for the early game. Once it got to this mid game, you actually have no way of moving around the map as a unit.
Came down to top esports, really exerting that advantage as they're doing right now. Knight versus Teacher Mom. This one looking to go towards Knight with a 2-level lead and Magi's.
And you know what I love? Look in TS's jungle with their control wards, making sure that WE can't find flanks, because that's really the only way they're going to find and engage onto someone like Knight or Jackie Love, is Morgan coming behind with that ultimate, coordinating with the rest of WE.
All right, forward they go. 369 still bot. Teleporters mentioned. Beishang, he wants to get something here. Now going to be spotted out. I mean, Caster's on his way.
Think about it, Hysterics. WE can't just run forward. They rely on...
Nope, they cannot. You're right. Missing's dead. All right, 4 versus 5 for quite a while as Morgan now caught on out. Bullets aren't going to be used. That does actually no damage.
I was going to say WE rely on someone from TS making a mistake. No one on top's making a mistake this time. Actually, it's WE making the mistakes, and TS are punishing hard.
As a unit, 5 members forward, almost a 10k gold lead at this point. Inhibitor's going to be broken. They're going to the top one as well at 21 minutes. The base in shambles for World Elite.
Yeah, going to be able to take this inhibitor as well. And once again, WE not able to find a way in. Ooh!
Not going to flash away, unleash power used over the side. The death sentence there on Tom Kench as well. Sonic Wave. Cast goes in for the resonating strike, and a 3-man kick. Nicely done here from one of the best lead sins. A good voice of light, but now that voice of light is dead. Morgan to follow, and top esports are just way too far ahead. Team WE are going to meet their maker here in this second game. And I gotta say, Lyric, finally, as they flash forward, they kill Jomong, and Missing tries to find them as well. We have a series, and top esports finally came to the table with what we expected them to at the start of this one.
Top esports getting those strong early lanes. Ooh.
What are you oohing about? There's nothing there.
There
Missing's
is
dead.
something there. It looked hype, but you're right, nothing actually happening in the end.
One apiece. Top esports